He's gonna go! How about that, folks? Birdie's gonna go in! A touchdown! His third touchdown. Another blitz situation. Picked up on the sideline. Reed has it! Reed picks it off. He's right there.
What a defensive play by Reed.
Man in motion. Testaverde left. Kendall's right there with another block. Testaverde gets into the end zone again. That's 4 touchdowns for the tri-captain. Now Cisimenti comes with a late blitz. Reed is right there again. Right there again. Yes, sir. I wonder who the player to get. Well, Testaverde's got 4 touchdowns, but
Cisimenti comes late. Forces speed. Yeah, forces speed fence.
Good evening and welcome to the game of the year for Gloucester High School against Swampscott at Newell Stadium. I'm Bob Drowan along with J.D. McEachran, and up on the roof with the in the wind, what there is of it, and the cold, which there is plenty of it, after a rainstorm on a Friday afternoon. We're here on Friday night, and it's Bob McGlinchey up there providing the pictures and producing the telecast for us, and there are some people who aren't going to play for Gloucester tonight. That's the last you're going to hear from us about it. We're going to concentrate on the people who are playing tonight, JD. And there's some excellent players from Swampscott, and we've still got a good Gloucester team that will represent the Fishermen tonight.
Well, we have to keep our eye open and see who's filling in what spots. The key tonight is the obvious one. I think the Gloucester offense can move the football. I would trust that each one of the Gloucester coaches has about 3 copies of the Swampscott Lynn English game film. Swampscott did not score an offensive touchdown against Lynn English. Defensive touchdown and a field goal in overtime to win it. So whatever English was able to do to slow this high-flying Swampscott offense down, if the Fishermen are able to glean anything from that, then this is where I think the game is going to be won and lost and be on the defensive side of the field.
We're going to have the national anthem, and then we'll continue with our introduction for the night's game. I'd say over 2,000 people here right now. There may be some more rolling in, JD, as the weather has cleared off a little bit. We've got a 7-0 Swampscott team, 5-0 in Northeastern Conference. We've got Gloucester at 5-1, 4-1 in the conference. Swampscott to play an extra preseason game, so they're going to play 11 this year. We've got Carl Beatrice, the all-scholastic quarterback. He's already thrown for 18 touchdown passes this year. He usually throws out of a 4 wide receiver set, and he goes against the Gloucester team, as we said, that's depleted, but we think we'll answer the challenge here tonight.
I don't think there's any question about that. They've had a week to prepare, to put the people in place that we'll see out there this evening. And a week, in one respect, is enough to get some work done. We are midway through the season. It is going to be a little tough for some of these kids to step in, obviously. The word at the beginning of the season that a concern was the depth on the Fisherman side. And again, we're halfway through the season, and as always on a Terry Silver team, kids do get an opportunity. They have seen action in practice and gotten some playing time. So they're going to be as ready to go as they can be, and I think we're going to have ourselves a good football game.
We've got Tim Carley, number 6, and number 13, Michael Dunnigan, back to receive the kickoff by Leo LaTraverse. Gloucester will kick off, and this Swampscott team is potent on the offense. They just come off a 37-14 win against Lynn Classical, but they did benefit from some Classical turnovers. It was a 23-14 game early in the fourth quarter, when Classical fumbled inside the Swampscott 10, and then Classical took the game over with 2 touchdowns to make it 37-14. Here's Kiley right up the middle. He's slowed down. He's going to go down with a good field position up past the 40-yard line. LaTraverse, who kicks off, was in on the tackle, I believe.
Trying to set this defensive lineup for the Fishermen. They're certainly going to be tested tonight. Last year's game, as we remember, Gloucester gets themselves a nice win, but Swampscott gave them some fits offensively, and one of the things they were able to do last year is run against Gloucester.
Yeah, they have a little halfback draw play that they used to Alex Stone, which was very effective last year. Gloucester won 36-28 last year. Swampscott tack went on at the end to make it a little closer, but they also made it interesting in the third quarter. So, shotgun snap. He's got a man wide open, overthrown. There's going to be a lot of one-on-one coverage here tonight, and that receiver was Jeff Pratt, and he's the second leading receiver for Swampscott with 19. Tim Kiley, number 6, who returned the kickoff, has 40 catches for 10 touchdowns and 720 yards. So he's on pace for a 1,000-yard receiving season. That doesn't happen very much in high school football, JD.
That's for sure. Gloucester had some defensive pressure. Beatrice probably had to let it go half a count before he wanted to.
Gloucester basically looking in bump coverage and then dropping back. And there's the draw play, and he's got plenty of room. Stone's going to get a first down and more, and he's going to go ahead for about 25. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They go to the draw after the unsuccessful pass, JD, and they get 30 yards on that play.
Just a simple enough draw. They got some good blocking on the right side, got some good downfield blocking, good piece of running, broken tackle or two, driven out of bounds. And big gainer for the Big Blue, and they're on the move.
Stone is a junior. He kind of had a breakthrough game last year for Swampscott in the when he went up against Gloucester. Beatrice is number 18, Stone 31. They generally are in the backfield by themselves. Receivers set right and left in the slot, 2 on each side. Here's a quick pass inside, and the ball is caught, and the man is going to break away for a touchdown, and that was just simple, not looking back for the football.
He looked back at an interception.
Right. Testaverde had a chance for the interception. Instead, it goes for a score, and it's 6-0, and Swampscott can do that to you. They score in just 3 plays, JD, 30-yard touchdown pass.
Jason Blydell on the reception. We've got a real good angle from where we are, and you can see out in the flat area, Beatrice looked over there immediately. The defender was concerned to man up with the receiver, and Beatrice throws it out there pretty well. The defender a little bit back too, and the reception is made, breaks a tackle, and Swampscott very quickly on the scoreboard.
Well, it wasn't much of a tackle. It's just he just caught the ball and then just ran into the end zone. Here's a snap, and Pratt has the kick, and it should be off to the right. And that's the receiver. The kick is no good, so that's the only good news about the first 34 seconds of the game for Gloucester. Again, an incomplete pass on first down from the 40, a 30-yard run, and then a 30-yard touchdown pass to Blydell from Beatrice. And it's 6-0 Swampscott, and this could be a high-scoring affair, JD.
Well, that was almost a little bit too easy. But again, as we said, we think that we said in previous broadcasts, that one of the things that we've liked is the fact that the defense has come on. As we've noted a number of times, Gloucester added an outstanding coach to their staff in Tom Cato. And Coach Cato, his strength is defense. I mean, his strength is coaching, but he brought a lot on the defensive side of the ball. And now we'll see what adjustments they can make. Again, that was a little bit too easy, a couple of passes and a run and a quick score. But now what Gloucester obviously has to do is maintain possession and do something themselves offensively.
Jack Reed, number 10, and tri-captain Tyler Testaverde, number 23, back deep. We expect the kickoff man will be number 42, Phil Klain, for Swampscott, and it is. Kick is a deep one. Now it comes up to Testaverde at about the 22. He cuts back. He's got a hole. He's going to go.
It's a foot race. If he's fast enough, he's gone.
We're going to have a shootout, folks. No flags. 78 yards on the kickoff return, and basically one block and gone, JD.
Testaverde had the foot speed. He got the block that he needed. Comes up the left side, and you can see at midfield it's just a question of it being a foot race. And Testaverde had a couple of steps, and they weren't going to catch him.
We'll see what Gloucester does on the extra point.
We haven't played a minute yet.
No, we haven't. It's 10-11 left in the first quarter. It's going to be 6 to something. For some reason, that extra point was no good, wasn't it? Okay, well, we got 7 up on the scoreboard. I guess the scoreboard is messed up because it says 2 also.
It's now 7-2.
Yeah, okay, well, it's a good baseball score. All right, looks like they may be going for 2 here. Oh, no, Keating comes out late, and they are going to kick the point with the junior, number 4, Kyle Keating.
The conversions last week were an adventure.
They were an adventure, but there also were a couple bad snaps involved, and Keating appears to have the strongest leg right now. Here's a kick, and it looks like it's up and good. And that was a little bit of a high snap, but a good hold by Ciccolone.
Ciccolone with a good hold, and as soon as Keating swung his leg, you knew that was going to be good. You could hear the thump from all the way up here.
Vito Ciccolone, by the way, number 12, is going to have his second start at quarterback this season, but he's delayed by the return for the touchdown. So now Swampscott's going to go on the attack again. We've got a 7-6 football game. If you missed the first minute tonight, folks, make sure you tune in for, if you missed the first minute, you probably tuned in for our broadcast if you've read this story in the Gloucester Times by now. But looks like we're going to have an exciting evening, JD.
Let's hope that the excitement could be a little less Swampscott, a little more Gloucester. I don't think our hearts can stand just trading off touchdowns like that. But back to the Testaverde run back. The kicker got under it a little bit. Testaverde able to field it on the dead run. And he got the one block. Sorry, I can't tell you who threw the block. It was out right in front of the Gloucester bench. He had the lane, and off he went.
Well, Gloucester has what wind there was, and I think he got that kick just a little bit too high, and that's what knocked it down. And Testaverde caught it in stride, got one block at about the 30, and then goodbye. Leo LaTraverse's kick is going to go back to about the 7-yard line for Kiley again. Kiley comes right. Kiley's got a hold, and he's going to go down at about the 39-yard line. The last line of defense, Ishai King there.
King with a good open field tackle, because if he eludes him, he's got some running room. Decent field position as it is, up close to the 40, maybe just over the 40.
Vince Pizzamenti in on the tackle, too. They mark it at the 40. We've got number 25 out there in the defensive backfield, Josh Rosa. We've got Jack Reed covering Kiley out on the right. We've got Ishai King in the set. We've got Vince Pizzamenti back there, John DeCastro. Leo LaTraverse is like one linebacker. Here's a draw, and it's going to go for big yardage again, and about 15 yards.
And Reed on the tackle.
Swampscott, that might have even been an audible. They see the four defensive linemen, 6 defensive backs, one linebacker, JD, and they hand the ball off to Stone.
Also, I'm not sure where he was playing, but one of the defenders on this side of the field saw the trips on the far side of the field. He adjusts over there. They run back to this side.
So another big gain, 15-yarder, 1st and 10 at the 45. And now the blitz. And
Sullivan had him.
Beatrice escapes. Beatrice is going to go ahead for about 7 yards. And there was a nice blitz, but he just didn't wrap him up, JD.
Yeah, Sullivan got a piece of him. Now, one thing, I'm not sure what the alignment in the backfield is and how tall the halfback is supposed to be, but Mr. Beatrice seems to be a little bit bigger than he was last year. He shook off that tackle. And
same size, probably more work in the weight room, JD. Might be an inch taller.
1.5 inches.
Okay, I can live with that. Sullivan with the charge from his defensive tackle spot. Tyler Stropel's in at linebacker now, starting offensive lineman. Here's a screen pass. Stropel's got him lined up, and then coming from behind, the ball's loose. O'Connor with the hit, I believe, number 68.
So the ground caused the fumble.
Okay, ball is down. All right, tough call.
Lost the coaching staff trying to help the referee out, but he quickly made the call.
It was a close one.
We couldn't see all of it. We get screened off. Should point out, too, that the TV camera, our camera, is higher than we are, so you get a much better look on screen than we do.
3rd and 1. Jamie Wall is the other starting defensive tackle, along with Sullivan and O'Connor and Hunter, number 82 for Gloucester. is Nate Hunter. Draw play, gets the first down, but not much more, J.D.
They just wanted to renew the down. They go off the left side this time.
Okay, now
Leo Latraverse comes in.
Latraverse comes in for Stropel, so they may be alternating a little bit of linebacker.
Yeah, some of these kids are going to have to play a lot of two-way football, so trying to keep everybody as fresh as possible.
Looks like Reed is going to stay with Kylie whenever possible, especially if he lines up on the right side. They've got trips to the left. Keating is in on defense now in the defensive backfield posture. Here's a draw, but we have movement. Okay.
5 yards. Everybody helped the referee on that one, but he was clearly off a step too soon.
Okay, the coach of the Swampscott is Steve Dombowski, and although they brought Beatrice back and a lot of people was at the skill positions, JD, they were rated behind the Gloucester and Glasgow this year because they had to rebuild their offensive line, which they have done, and to the tune of a 7-0 record. And if all things being equal, this would have been a game where nobody would have been surprised if Swampscott won. And now they're here with their 7-0 record. And but the Northeastern Conference title still comes through Gloucester. Here's a pass deep. Knocked down by Reed.
Play by Reed.
Kylie might have had a step, but Reed was with him and made the play.
Beautiful job by Reed. He read it nicely. Just doesn't look like it was going to be reception Swampscott. Reed reaches out, knocks it down, incomplete, 2nd and 15.
We're not going to second guess Beatrice, but I think he tried to steer that one in there a little, and he's got to loop it a little bit more. So it's 2nd and 15 from the 39. Two receivers on each side this time. Latraverse in the middle, the sole linebacker. Now it's a blitz by Ishai King, and then we've got a pass over the middle, and it's knocked down. This is good coverage by Testaverde that time. This time he looked back for the ball.
Right, it was a slant coming in. Testaverde had a little bit of inside position, got a good read on the ball, knocks it down.
He forced the receiver to go around him while looking back at the ball, a legal play.
Watch, it's interesting, the wideouts for Swampscott do not come back into the huddle, which kind of tells you that Beatrice gets to... from that shotgun position, gets to take a look and doesn't maybe have a preset route.
They get hand signals and they have wrist tapes, wristbands. Here's a flanker screen, and that was not very well run from the get-go. And I don't think it would have gone very far if they had managed to complete the pass, JD. So the first defensive stand of the night goes for Gloucester, and a great play by Jack Reed on that 2nd down pass.
And good defense on the other side of the field, too, by Testaverde.
I'm sorry, I should say on the 1st down pass, because it was 1st and 15 on that play. Then Testaverde with the good D, and then the flanker screen that really never had a chance.
This is a little bit of fake area. They're inside of the 40. It is 4th and 15.
Right.
Got to be alert.
Reed and Testaverde go back. Gloucester obviously is looking for something, perhaps. Now they might have jumped off.
What they're looking for is a 5-yard penalty.
All right, well, if this is down inside the 5, okay, it goes in the end zone, I believe. Or no, it didn't. No. Well, Swamp's going to take the play, I believe.
If Gloucester fans booing, but that was clear from up here that right side of the Gloucester defensive line was off a half a snap too soon.
I think they're going to take the play, JD. I don't think they're going to go for it on 4th and 10.
Well, let's see. It'll be inside the
34, but still, with this field position, they want to force Gloucester. But they're going to decline it and put Gloucester 99 yards away, or whatever, 98.
As you expected, Kimasavi.
Okay, we got maybe we're upwards to 3,000 here, JD. It's starting to fill in pretty good.
We might have a little more on the Swampscott side. That rain came, I think, couple of the casual fans, the rain came around 6 o'clock with a 7 o'clock kickoff, and that might have dissuaded some people, but blew through quickly. It is a bit breezy, it is a bit cool, but not a bad night for football.
Okay, we got the histrionics took place in the first minute of the game, a 60-yard Swampscott drive that even featured an incomplete pass and 2 30-yard plays, and a Gloucester kickoff return by Tyler Testaverde. Now Gloucester makes a stop, but they're penned into their own end. Running over the right side, I believe, is Testaverde. And he gets ahead for about 4 or 5. Gloucester would like nothing more than to spend the rest of the period driving 99, 98 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, you don't want to play the field position game with Swampscott. So they need to renew the downs and hopefully put together a nice drive.
Okay, we're going to call that original line of scrimmage just about the 1, and we're going to say that he got 5 yards out to the 6 on that play. Tyler Testaverde.
Miles splits out to this side.
Handoff up the middle, and Wall gets ahead for about 3. Jamie Wall is the fullback. Tyler Testaverde is the running back. The wing back is
should be Reed.
Reed right now, number 10. Wideout is DeMeo. Offensive tackles are Tyler Stropel and Dan O'Connor. Liam Kelleher is the center, 55. We've got Kyle White at one guard, 64, and we believe it's Jeremiah Lecklider, 57 at the other guard. Third and about 3.
Long count.
We got them jumping outside, I believe. Testaverde gets to the outside. Testaverde has the first down and more. And we're pretty sure the flag is on Swampscott. Gloucester will take the play, I believe.
Long count by Gigoloni, and you can see Swampscott just jumping all over the place of that defensive line, and I think they did jump in there.
And a good job on long count.
Quick.
Should note also that Chris Sullivan, number 6, is going both ways at tight end and defensive tackle tonight. Gigoloni has time to check on the play, but it is a first down on the run, and the Fishermen renew the downs. We've got 5:40 to go in the first quarter at Newell Stadium, 7-6 Fishermen. Tight formation for Gloucester. Pop pass for Sullivan. Sullivan's going to get ahead for another first down on the play, and that was a very nice pass.
That's we said that last week. That's an old bread and butter play. Paul Ingram likes to have in the playbook. They just pop it quickly. They release the tight end as a timing play, because if the tight end gets checked at the line of scrimmage, then it makes it a difficult play to complete successfully. Didn't get checked at the line of scrimmage, and Gigoloni puts it right in there for him, and another first down Gloucester. 2
first downs for the Fishermen. They've moved out to the 29. Handoff over the left side for Testaverde. Cut back. He's going to get ahead for about 5, close to 6 yards. And although
the tight end Sullivan,
although we had a breathless first minute of the game, JD, we want to note that the more Gloucester can control the ball on the ground, the more Swampscott's mighty pass attack stays on the sidelines. And that's what they love to do from this point on.
Old axiom, high-powered offenses can't do anything when the other team has the football. I read that somewhere.
Was that a Charlie Chan movie? No, they didn't do a football movie with Charlie Chan. Okay. Long count again. Handoff Testaverde, and this time they're going to wrap him up. And that one was a little bit slow developing.
Yeah, they didn't get the outside man over here blocked down too well. Testaverde has to cut it up a little bit. And they were waiting for him.
Number 66, Barry Senk.
Kajowski, also number 4 on the tackle for Swampscott.
Swampscott safety is number 11, Jeff Pratt, who's also a receiver.
Big play for the Fishermen.
Third down and 5. Actually lost about a half yard on that play. Straight drop back for Gigoloni. He looks for a screen. Testaverde's got it. He's got blocking. He's got room in the middle, and he's going to get up over the 50-yard line. That screen was set up nicely, JD.
Very nicely set up. Stropel with a good block. Gets
Kelleher was out there too.
Gigoloni with a good throw. Yeah. Testaverde behind the block. Gets it up to midfield. Nicely set up.
Yeah. 16-yard gain on that play. The ball in Swampscott territory, and the clock moving, which is what the Fishermen want, especially at any point in the game when they have the lead, and they do have a 1-point lead right now. Reed is the wingback. This is Gigoloni looking deep. He's got Reed with some separation. Oh, and almost made the connection, and Reed had a step on his man there, JD.
Looked like a little contact. Stone was out there on the coverage for Swampscott. Reed just about a half a step behind it.
Stone certainly not as big as Reed. He's only about 5'6", I'd say, tops. And only just barely 160 pounds. They list him at 5'11", and that's wishful thinking. 2nd and 10 for the Fishermen, just in Swampscott territory. Gloucester putting it up on 1st down. Now they're going to put it up on 2nd down. Wall in the flat. Wall turns around, makes a nice catch. He gets ahead for about 6.
Good catch. He had to turn around a little bit, reaches up and grabs it. In turning around, he stumbled a little bit after the catch and couldn't quite get his balance. He might have gotten a couple more yards out of it. But Jiggler only put it out there where only Wall could catch it. He did, and gets just about 6.
Wall is the senior running back starting on offense for the first time. He's got over 540 yards on 73 carries coming into this game. Now we see Peter DeMayo, the split end, out to the left. Long count by Giacalone again. Reed in motion. Testaverde over the right side. Testaverde is going to get ahead for only about 2. That's going to create 4th and 3 from the 43, and there's no decision here. It's going to probably be a punt. Leo LaTraverse comes in, and the field position game Gloucester will try and play.
The big thing is Gloucester did get it out of the shot over his own end zone, gets it over midfield. They can't convert on that 3rd down play, but at least now they've got an opportunity to pin Swampscott back.
Kiley is back as one of the tandem there, and the other one is Christopher Kane, one of the captains. He's a receiver and defensive back, number 33.
Good snap.
LaTraverse aims it for the left sideline, and it's going to bounce, and it's going to be handled inside the 10 by Kane. Kane comes back and breaks some tackles. He gets up to the 24-yard line, and a good play, salvaging some decent field position for Swampscott, J.D.
Wall was a downfield guy, and he did get a hand on him. Doesn't let the receive guy get both legs under him, but nice kick, and Swampscott will start from his own 25.
Okay, we're going to have number 66 report into the defensive line for Gloucester, and that's
should be a Ryan.
Josh Ryan, I believe. Okay, O'Connor remains at right defensive end. Stropel reports into the defensive line at the tackle this time, and LaTraverse is the one linebacker. Stropel almost jumps. They've got the receivers out. This is a slant pass over the middle.
Oh!
No flag on the play. Swampscott wanted a flag.
Good, I don't blame him. That was close.
No comment.
Yeah.
All I'll say is Gloucester had 7-6, and there's 1:53 to go in the first quarter.
If
that one could
go
have
the
gone
other way,
either way.
there's some comment.
Yep. 2nd and 10 from the. Ooh, they marked that at the 25. I don't think you ever get close to the 25 on that return. Okay, that's not. Well, what are you going to do?
Kyle White in defensively for Gloucester. Gloucester doing a lot of shuffling around.
One thing that's consistent is Reed on Kiley.
Well, Reed's a good athlete. And
2nd and 10.
Here's
Here's the fake draw. Here's the flanker screen, and this one's going nowhere. Oh, big hit by Rosa, number 25, I think. Or was it Ishai King?
Who is that? An 88? My eyes are.
There's a 68. O'Connor could have been over there too.
Yeah, it was at Connor.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I want to give credit always.
No, Connor stuck his shoulder right in there.
Okay, good hit. A gain of less than a yard, so it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it the full 10. And they like to go to that flanker screen, but thus far they've had one incomplete and one that's gone for little or no gain. Kiley again set out to the right. 2 receivers on each side. And here's the run by Beatrice, and he's going down short of the 1st down. Oh, he struggles ahead, to his credit.
Still short of the 1st down.
Yeah.
Rosa.
Swampscott's going to send in the punt team, I believe, yeah. This one is the one you have to be careful of, though. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're just, they're at their own 34, but it is just a 4th and 1. Gloucester crowd is appreciative of the defensive stand by the Fishermen. Pizzamenti goes back and, no, I'm sorry, that's Reed. Number 10. And Testaverde. Gloucester's going to be very aware of potential fake. They might go with a long count.
It
is a fake.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it.
Gloucester was ready for it. Wall in the middle of that defensive line.
Did not make it.
Gone to the spot.
Lost the ball.
Yeah. Lost, if anything.
Wow.
Now they're calling for a measurement.
There's no way. There's no way. It's going to
The
be
mark is on the yard mark, and the
Wow.
ball is not up. So he's got to call for the change.
Okay. Boy,
Not from here, he didn't make it.
I thought they got a friendly spot as it was, and they didn't make it. Gloucester was ready for it. Swampscott choosing to gamble in the first quarter, JD. Forget about it.
All right.
Fishermen hold. That just gives the Fishermen some momentum. 16 seconds to go into the first quarter, and Gloucester, we hope, no matter what, with a short field, the Fishermen drive it home.
Swampscott just snapped it to an up man, almost a direct snap.
I think it was Carmelengo, 40. I'm not sure.
But Gloucester was ready for it. As soon as they saw that the snap didn't go all the way back, they clogged up the middle, they hold and take over in great field position.
Tight formation for the Fishermen. Quick pop pass is
play,
open
there it
again.
is again.
Sullivan's going to get ahead
Same
for
play.
about 10, and it should be a Gloucester first down. And that one could be open until they clog it up somehow, JD.
Well, that's what they're going to force Swampscott to either start checking Sullivan at the line, or it'll be open all day.
Okay, this is going to be the end of the first quarter. We may have a measurement before they go to the other end, but we got a good football game here, JD. Gloucester 7, Swampscott 6. We'll be right back with second quarter action after this. Welcome back to second quarter action at Newell Stadium. I'm Bob Drowan along with J.D. McEachran. We got a good one for you here tonight. The Big Blue of Swampscott at 7-0, Gloucester at 5-1. This is basically it for the Northeastern Conference title unless something really strange happens. Nothing could happen strange to Swampscott if they win this game because they just go up against bad opposition. If Gloucester does win tonight, they have to be aware of the threat of both Danvers and Beverly because it would be Beverly's already beaten Winthrop and actually did Gloucester a favor, so they can't take Beverly and traditional Thanksgiving foe Danvers lightly on the road. Beverly's here at Gloucester, but right now it's a 7-6 game, and Gloucester would love to punch in here, JD, as they make the stand on the fake punt.
Well, based on the first minute, we thought the score at the end of the first period would be about 41-40, as there was two explosions to start the game, and Gloucester goes on top 7-6, less than a minute played, and now we've had the defenses take over a little bit, but Gloucester has the ball in very good field position, second and shot.
Gloucester may have actually caught a break on the fact that they marked that as a 9.5-yard gain. Now they can do whatever they want on second down within reason. They don't want to get thrown for a loss, obviously. Wall gets the ball, and he's going to get ahead for the first down, and that's about it. Good play in there by number 55 for Swampscott, and that's Ryan Mahoney. He's the starting center and operating out of the defensive line.
They move the chains. Gigaloni over to the sideline talking to Paul Ingram, as Gloucester quarterbacks always do.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line for Gloucester. They're sticking with the tight formation. Long count. And again, the pass. What a great catch by Sullivan. Oh, tremendous catch by Sullivan.
Swampscott a little better job of defending that. Again, Sullivan doesn't get checked at the line of scrimmage. Gigaloni has to put it up high. He does. Sullivan goes up and gets it.
That one's a first down. The pass almost forced him to get a first down that time because he had to reach for it, and then was on. His momentum was carrying him backward towards the goal line. So that's a first and 10 at about the 17-yard line, I think. No, I'm sorry, about the 12-yard line. Yeah, 12-yard line. Testaverde right, and he's going to get inside the 10. Good play, a hole that closed down. Mahoney there again, number 55. Carmelengo there, number 40.
Wall leads him into the hole. But good defensive recovery by Swampscott. It looked like Testaverde had a little more run of room.
I'm impressed by the way that Gigaloni is so comfortable with the long count because you figure he might be a little bit anxious, but the Fishermen so far have been flawless in that. Big night so far for the transfer from Florida, the tight end, number 6 with 3 catches, Chris Sullivan. Second and 6 from the 9. Second and 7. This is Wall. 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 Touchdown, I believe.
In the end zone, yes,
nice effort. Yes. And that was a fullback trap. Big hole. O'Connor and White on that side of the line. Of course, the center helps out too, Liam Kelleher. Jeremiah Licklider's over on the right side of the line. But
Kyle White comes off a little bit shaken up.
Everybody did their job on that one. 13-6, Gloucester.
See that Wall has some running room when he got to the line of scrimmage. The hole was huge. He wrapped the ball up, runs over a linebacker, carries the cornerback down into the end zone.
9:22 left to go in the second quarter. Fishermen look to go ahead by 8, and the kick is going to be off to the left. They pulled that one, okay. But they're still ahead by 7. That's the good news. And they took advantage of the short field when they sniffed out Swampscott's 4th down try. Why do I have the feeling that in spite of everything that's going on in the last week, JD, that Swampscott's a team that's nervous?
Well, it's awful difficult. You're dealing with kids. I'm sure Swampscott reads the newspapers. They know that Gloucester is short of personnel. I'm not saying they came down here thinking this was going to be easy, but probably if there's any pressure, the pressure is more on Swampscott. Gloucester had to deal with some adversity. They dealt with it. I'm sure the coaching staff put together what they had to put together as quickly as possible. That's a Gloucester coaching staff, and just went from there. So if there's any pressure, I think it may well be on the Swampscott side. But 9:22 to go in the first half, I'd say it's a long way to go.
Oh, yes, indeed. There's no doubt about that.
White is shaken up down below us. Gloucester can't afford to be losing personnel, that's for sure. We'll keep an eye on them.
Here's a high kick. This could be a fair catch. It is a fair catch. Oh, now they get hit after the fair catch signal, but okay, I don't know if he saw it.
He didn't see it.
I don't think the referee saw it, so I don't see any flag.
There is a flag right back.
Oh, there is.
here.
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah, that was clearly a fair catch.
I thought it was pretty clear too. Okay, they're marking it off. It's only 5 yards, I believe. He called for a fair catch, folks. I'm sorry. Oh, it's 15? Oh, boy. It is 15.
You call it a personal foul?
No, I guess it's just 15 in high school. It's one of those ones I'm never sure of.
Okay, so that hurts the Fishermen. We were clear on seeing the fair catch signal. Bob Rowan picked it up. Downfield man for Gloucester didn't see it.
How far are they going here? Whoa.
Wow.
I thought he had it at the 33. How could they get up that far? I thought it was.
Yeah, that's where the fair catch was signaled. 33.
That's a little bit much. They just gave him about 20 yards. Okay, it's 47 yards for Swampscott. They've got the short field. They've got the 4 receivers, and they've got Carl Beatrice in the shotgun as usual. And here's the draw. And there's a tackle by Hunter.
A little running room on the right side of that Swampscott offensive line, but Hunter, that Musner, I think, 62?
No, I think the 82 was there also. Nate Hunter.
Okay, my 62 and 82.
Yeah, no,
You're
it's
right,
82.
It's 82.
Yeah, Nate Hunter is the left defensive end. O'Connor's working on the right side. 2nd and 8. And they give with a handoff again to Stone, and he's got room, and he's going to be gone. And he is. And that was a little bit too easy, JD.
No flags.
45-yard touchdown run, and there's got to be more attention paid to that young man.
They go off the right side for a couple of yards. They come back to the left, big hole, and you can see 2 steps beyond the line of scrimmage, not a maroon shirt in sight.
So we're going to have a 45-yard touchdown. They're going to start out with this swinging gate formation here that they call it, and then we'll see if they go for 2 or whether they move back and go for the kick. Beatrice is the holder, which makes it always a chance for a 2-point conversion possibility. But it is going to be a kick. The last one was no good by Jeff Pratt. He's going to try again. 8:28 to go. We get touchdowns in bunches here, folks. Here's a kick, and this one looks like it's good. And it is. And we've got a 13-13 tie. And Gloucester answered the Swampscott touchdown at the start of the game with a kickoff return. Swampscott with the help from a bizarre penalty that was way more than it should have been.
Yeah, it was an extra 5 yards.
Extra 5 yards at least, which goes for not knowing where the fair catch was made on the field. But anyway, we've got 8:28 to go. It's 13-13, and there are some points on the board in bunches.
No, I don't think we can argue with the fact that a fair catch was called, but we can argue with the step off from where we saw the fair catch called. There was no question he was driven back, and I'm sure somebody didn't see the fair catch, was playing the whistle, and made a play that they shouldn't have made.
And by the way, when he made the catch, the whistle should have blown much quicker.
Right.
So I think only one of the referees saw the fair catch call, which can explain why the Gloucester player.
Yeah, it wasn't a pronounced one, but
no,
there was enough of a one.
He stuck up his hand almost as instantly when he saw that it was going to be short and high. All right, a little bit of disappointment on the fact that Swampscott had only the short field to drive and the fact that it was so easy for Stone once he got past the line of scrimmage. Here's a bouncing kick, and this will be handled by Reed. Reed will come back to the right. Reed gets by one tackler.
Got a block.
He's going to get up over the 35-yard line, so that's a good field position for the Fishermen.
Mike Tarantino, sophomore, seeing some action on the kickoff team. Got an upfield block.
Gloucester, the last time they had the ball after the fake punt, drove just 40 yards for the touchdown. Two big more completions to Sullivan than the 9-yard run by Wall.
We see Kyle Weiss still get some attention down below us, so we'll have to
see who's in the offensive line. I think it's Kendall, Greg Kendall, number 58. This is a handoff over the left side for Testaverde. Testaverde could be got again. He's gonna go. How about that, folks? That's 3 touchdowns in less than a minute and 17 seconds exactly.
We said the rain passed, but the lightning lingers as big strikes from both sides of the offensive line of scrimmage.
65-yard touchdown run by Testaverde. Got good block on the outside. What can we say? Gloucester had to go to another offensive guard, so that meant that they're starting 3 players who didn't start the season in the center of the line, and obviously got some good blocking from the receivers on the outside. And Testaverde's speed was what finished the play. Here comes Keating out on the field. I think
Keating has to change shoes. As Pat Barry, we're going to give him the most valuable shoe change setup person award. Again,
19-13, 8:05 to go in the second quarter. This could easily be the longest game of the year.
That's okay.
Oh, that's all right. I got no place to go.
Not enjoying the 13 that Swampscott's put up.
Yeah.
Like the 19 and hopefully 20 that the Fishermen have put up.
For some reason, I enjoy it every time I walk in the press box. Testaverde's the holder. I'm sorry, Ciccolone's the holder. Testaverde just got the 65-yard touchdown, his second touchdown of the night. Keating is the kicker. Liam Kelleher on the snap. Good snap. Kick is up. Kick appears to be good, and it is good. 20-13, Fishermen. You want some offensive football, folks? We can give you some offensive football. All right, we see number 36 coming out on the kickoff team for Gloucester, and that's...
let's take a look at this kickoff unit.
I got to get some new glasses, don't
36,
I?
Rob Butland.
Rob Butland, okay.
I think after I go around with 62 and 26 last week, I probably still had that stuck in my mind.
Right. And, of course, Leo Latraverse is the kicker. We've got Kylie and number 33, who I already called off once, now I forgot. Oh, Christopher Kane, one of the captains.
Oh, it's not Larry Good.
Okay, we've got Rose out there on the kickoff team. This is a low kick. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be picked up by Kane. Kane looks for a little hole in the middle, finds one, gets up to about the 40. Not great coverage by the Gloucester kickoff team tonight, but again, we like to see Swampscott deep in their own territory, but they can strike from anywhere, JD. And Gloucester, with the worst field position of the night, did drive past midfield, and eventually that helped them as they stopped Swampscott on the fake punt and scored the second touchdown of the night.
John DeCastro's out there on defense at the corner.
As I said, we had 3 touchdowns in a minute and 17 seconds after we had 2 touchdowns in the first minute of the game.
Now DeCastro comes off.
Okay. Gloucester using a lot of people. Basically a 4-1-6 defense. 1 linebacker. Well, we got 2 linebackers in there right now. Little different look. Latraverse and Stropel. There's a blitz, and it's a run blitz almost.
Straight into the play.
Yeah,
beautiful job by Latraverse.
Okay.
Jumped right into the hole where the play was going.
I assume that's an adjustment, the 2 linebackers, to take away that draw play.
Well, the timing was perfect by Latraverse. Even if Beatrice sees him jump in there, he can't do anything about it as the ball was being snapped.
Okay, now they're going to go with Latraverse coming out. They're going to go back to 6 DBs, assuming that Swampscott will pass, looking at a 2nd and 11.
Got to keep an eye on Castro. He's limping a little bit.
Yeah, he's out set here. Now he's showing blitz. Now
fake.
It's a fake.
Whoa.
That was a little pump and go, folks.
Yes, indeed.
And,
all alone.
It worked. It worked.
Mr. Pratt was as lone as could be. The only shirt that you saw was white. Belonged to Mr. Pratt, number 11. And if Beatrice has softened up on that one a little bit.
No, he had to put a little bit of air under that one. It was a nice tight spiral, but it would have been a lot better if it had been a wounded duck because his receiver was wide open.
The corner on that side must have bit for the fake. There was a little pump fake.
7:17 to go, second quarter, 20-13 Gloucester, 3rd and 11. Big stop here for the Fishermen if they can get it. Here's the draw, and going down, big hit. And that's Pizzamente. Vince Pizzamente with the big hit.
Whoa.
That's
Mr. Pizzamente is not that big a kid,
right,
but that was a major league pop.
Hey, some kids playing good out there tonight, JD. A little arrogant by Swampscott on the old 3rd and 11 draw play, but they just ran 45 yards on it a minute ago, so. All right, Fishermen looking to get the ball back with the 1 touchdown lead. Pratt is the punter, and this is a short kick, probably be allowed to bounce, and gets a Swampscott bounce somewhat inside the 20.
Stayed in the field a little more than I thought it would. Looked like it was head for the sideline. But
I think we gave him a little too much credit. We looked like we thought he was punting the NFL there, the way our guys were back at the 20.
Well, the Gloucester coaching staff is moving them back. I've seen them a couple of times signal to the deep men to back up. So apparently he's done some pretty good kicking. And White getting a little more attention than we like to see. We see a couple of the EMTs down there. Doctor down there. I think he's probably got a concussion, and I see the athletic director, Bob Rowland, speaking to him. I mean, he's not, he's getting up. He had his bell rung. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
They're going to
hand off over the right side. Wall gets a hold. Wall can't get to the outside.
Needed a block.
And that was a nice tackle by Stone, who was giving away about 60 pounds. He's 160, Jamie Wall about 225. And we'll give Jamie a 1-yard gain. Jamie saw that he had the chance to break it outside. His eyes lit up, but he needed that 1 more block, JD. And if he had turned the corner, he would have shown you some speed, folks. He
can move. Big kid can definitely move.
All right, tight formation once again on 2nd and 9 from the 21. Ciccolone rolls out. He's going to run, I think. Yeah, okay. It wasn't classic, but it was a 7-yard gain.
Gets it up close to the first down.
I don't know if it was there was just one receiver.
I'm not sure if that was by design.
Yeah. But anyway, it gives Gloucester a chance to renew the downs in pretty easy fashion. They're 3rd and 2 from the 28-yard line. 2 yards isn't going to be easy at any time, but pretty nice 6-yard gain there. I'm sorry, 7-yard gain by Ciccolone. He made a nice fake on JD, and if he had made the decision to run right away, I probably could have got a 10-yard gain. But Testaverde in motion. Testaverde's got it left. Testaverde breaks tackle. Testaverde's going down. That one didn't work. The Defensive end made good penetration over on that side. Got to the main blocker. Testaverde actually ran into his blocker.
Good job defensively by Swampscott. Get the ball to Testaverde. Show Wall going in the middle line. He doesn't have the ball.
I think that was Mark Gilardi, who's 17 but plays defensive end in this scheme.
Well, Swampscott has an opportunity to get the ball back in pretty good field position with about 4.5 minutes remaining in the half.
Latavers back to punt. Good snap. Kick is off the side of the foot a little bit, and it's going to be a short field for Swampscott, and Latavers is not happy with himself, but Gloucester needs to make a defensive stand.
Well, Leo is a competitor, and he's definitely not pleased with that. He's been kicking well all season long, but that one just got away from him and gives Swampscott a very good field position.
And they're going to mark it at about the 43-yard line, I believe. And
correct.
4:14 to go. They've got obviously plenty of, well, we could have 6 more touchdowns in 4:14 if things were to go the right way. As long as at least 4 of them were for Gloucester, we could live with that. Okay, we got trips out to the left this time from the 43-yard line. Latraverse on a blitz, and they're gonna drag down Stone. And again, they're going to that run, and Gloucester is much more aware of it. That's what Latraverse is definitely out there to do. It looks like that he's blitzing the passer, but it's more of a run blitz, JD. His first responsibility is to make sure Stone doesn't have the ball.
That's what they got to watch out for, though. Beachmas can just put the ball in there, pull it back out, and
John DeCastro does limp off, JD. Keating's out there. So we got to watch DeCastro now. I don't know if he's going to get any treatment. He's standing on the sidelines.
They're taking Kyle White off the field. I'm sure they're going to run him up to the hospital and check him out. That's obviously a concussion, and you take no chances for those kind of things. He went off under his own power, but he clearly got his bell rung, and they're going to take a look at him, and hopefully he'll be okay. But again, another injury puts you further into your depth chart than you like to be going at this point.
Nate Hunter continues at left defensive end. Wall is doing double duty at defensive tackle. He's in there with Josh Ryan. O'Connor continues at right defensive end. Nate Hunter is a sophomore. He's been doing the job for the last couple weeks for Gloucester. Again, the shotgun. Again, Beatrice looks deep. He's got a man. He's got 2 men running basically the same pattern, and I don't think he's particularly sharp tonight.
No, I don't think he is either.
I'm not going to say Gloucester defenders weren't there, but the man had a step. It would have taken a very good ball.
No, he's been throwing pretty flat football. Now they go quickly with the no huddle.
As we said, all he's got to do is give his lineman the snap count and his hand signals to his receivers. Keep the same Gloucester personnel on the field. Try and wear Gloucester down. There's the draw, and that's not going to go. Gloucester ready for that. Pizzamenti there again. Wall with the penetration, I believe. I'm sorry, that's Ryan with the penetration. Josh Ryan. He slowed the play down, and Pizzamenti and friends made the tackle.
Hunter there to get a little piece of the action also.
Looks like Swamps is going to go for it on 4th down. So they think they can make a 4th and 7. They're going to give up this field position. Now we got people running off the field. We got timeout Gloucester.
Alertly calls a timeout.
Okay.
Yeah, they would have had too many men on the field. That would have hurt.
Okay, well, it's all over now.
A little confusion. Swampscott goes to the no huddle. And
Swampscott didn't hesitate from the 40-yard line to go for it on 4th and a lengthy 7. Or actually closer to 8.
Okay, Gloucester has to use one of his timeouts, but that's one you don't mind using. That would have cost you 5 yards and made it a little bit easier for Swampscott.
Stropel gets the defensive call from the coaches. There still seem to be flabbergasted about something out there. I'm not sure exactly what. Swampscott going to go for it on 4th and 9 from the Gloucester 41. Maybe they're just going to try and draw him off here. Maybe he'll punt.
Let's get the 5 here. Come on.
Oh, that was movement.
That was movement.
Oh, my God. Oh, they didn't call that. Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
They missed that.
On this side, he moved.
That's terrible. That's.
And they get the first down out of it. That's the big play.
They get the first down, and they definitely jumped. The offensive line jumped. I'm surprised Gloucester isn't arguing more vociferously. All right, well, it's 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. Swampscott dodges a penalty bullet. Here's a fake. There's pressure. There's a man wide open, and Beatrice can't get on the ball. Hello?
LaTraverse was coming from behind, and Beatrice, if he had 1 second to set up, that guy was so wide open.
A Gloucester kid just gave up on the coverage, JD. I'm not going to name names. A Gloucester kid gave up on the coverage to go after Beatrice. That was bizarre. I don't know what happened there. That was a total breakdown by Gloucester, and Beatrice is not sharp. But he did just complete the 4th down pass when Swampscott, we believe, was in motion. 2nd and 10. There's the handoff. There's Stone with a hole, but this time he gets ahead for about 5. They do stop him. The hole closed. Give him, let's see, about 5 on the play.
I think Ishai King got enough of him to slow him down.
Daniel O'Connor comes out. He's a little bit dinged up, I think, JD, number 68. Now Sullivan checks out. LaTraverse checks out, and they're going to have to call another timeout. Or no, okay. How many people? I think they've only got 10 now, JD. What's going on?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got it, 10 guys.
2 guys ran off, and they don't. Wow. Wow. And the thing is, they seemed so organized earlier in the game. Why are they suddenly disorganized?
Well, again, not only you've made the adjustment for the people that are missing the game from the get-go that you knew about, but they have people dinged up, as we saw. White probably on his way to the hospital to get checked out. A couple other people dinged up. So I think what's happening is, as they're getting further down, the kids are just not making the adjustment. Plus, they're giving it different looks defensively. They're coming with more defensive backfield people. They're coming back with defensive down people.
Well, I know. Well, they're going from 2 linebackers back to 1, depending on the situation. Pump fake, deep throw, wide open, touchdown.
That one was
way too easy.
A perfect throw.
Okay, when Swampscott has scored, it's been with not only sudden swiftness, JD, but much too easy.
It was Blydell over on this side, and all Beatrice had to do was get the ball to him. He was clear by 5 or 10 yards of the defender. And Beatrice, for a couple that we don't think he's looked that good on, certainly looked perfect on that one.
Well,
that's how you do it in practice.
It's the second touchdown pass of the night. There's 2:13 to go in the first half. That was the first time the Fishermen looked totally confused on defense, and they looked totally confused from that 4th down play for the rest of the possession, JD. They're going for the tie. Good snap. Kick is
strong.
Good. We've got a 20-20 game. We've got 2:13 left in the first half, and that sequence is a little disappointing for the Fishermen defense, JD.
Well, we think the official may have missed one. Looked like there was a slight bit of movement on the 4th down play on the left side of the Swampscott offensive line. The official doesn't get it. Swampscott takes advantage of the no flag. They convert, and then they very easily hook up on a completion and tie this ball game up.
All right. It's going to be Gloucester's ball. Hopefully they'll
used a couple of times.
They've used a couple of their timeouts, but
hope that doesn't come back.
They've also scored from 65 yards out. They've also returned a kickoff, and they also had a methodical drive that wound up in a 9-yard touchdown run that featured Sullivan on a couple pass receptions over the middle. Field position has swung Swampscott's way with the fact that they've had a short field on 2 different occasions. They went for it on 4th down in their own territory and missed. That was when Gloucester was able to jump further ahead at the time. And then they went for it on 4th and 9, and we think got a break from the referees. There's a short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Gloucester can take it up at the 40, and that will be good field position with 2:08 to go. Giacalone has looked good throwing the ball. He hasn't thrown it deep too much. He went once and just overthrew Reed down the right sideline, but he's certainly connected with Sullivan well. He hit Jamie Wall in the flat. And, of course, he had the screen pass to Testaverde.
Gloucester is going to take the ball at the 40. So
I think they should take it at the 40, yeah.
They're going to.
Again, we've got Greg Kendall working at one offensive guard now. Okay, now they are going to take the ball at the 40. Okay.
We see Tony Testaverde into the game.
No, they're going to kick off again, I guess.
Fishermen, okay.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I thought it was a clear indication from the Gloucester coaching staff that, and I believe they can exercise.
Well, when you run back one kickoff already, I don't have any problem with making them kick again, but there is also the aspect of the pretty good field position at the 40.
Tony Testaverde is out there. He's on the receiving team. I thought Gloucester was going to take it on the 40, but
Sullivan's out there, Wall's out there, O'Connor's out there. Of course, Swampscott tried 3 onside kicks last year, J.D.
I'm sure Gloucester's fully aware of it.
But that was mostly when they were trailing. There's a short one, and it will bounce for Testaverde. He's coming up the left side. He's got some room. Gets to the outside. Gloucester's going to gain about 5 yards on the exchange. He gets out at the 45-yard line, so it was worth it.
Good catch out by Testaverde. That was a line drive kick. It was a short hop. And Baudreau, you're right. They're going to pick up about 5 yards. Maybe 5.5. Yeah. Started from their own 46.
Yeah, we'll call it the 46-yard line. 1:58 to go. Pretty much official, I would guess, since they didn't look up at the 2-minute warning to adjust the clock up here. Gloucester working out of the tight formation most of the night. Giacalone looking deep for Reed. This one's short. It's going to be picked off. Reed's going to make the tackle. That was an ill-advised pass, J.D.
Yeah, he was there, but he was flushed a little bit further to his right, and by the time he did throw it downfield, Swampscott had adjusted nicely 2 men on Reed, and they come up with the interception. They've got their timeouts, and they still got some time on the clock, and they got pretty good field position.
They'll start at their own 35-yard line, 1:51 to go. We know it doesn't take them long, J.D., and that was just an ill-advised pass into double coverage. The play a little bit slow developing, definitely. All right, they've got the usual receivers to the left and right. Stone, the lone back. Stone gets the ball, and he goes right at the middle, not much. And anytime they call a running play from that side of the field with less than a minute and 50 to go, they're doing Gloucester a favor, although I think they just called a timeout.
Gloucester did strip the ball, but he was clearly down.
Gloucester was hoping that maybe they could do something with that last possession. Now they're just hoping it's going to be 20-20 at the half.
Definitely, you got that one right.
Testaverde is lined up at the safety spot now as opposed to the cornerback. Don't see Nicastro out there. I thought he might have got dinged up earlier. I'm looking for him on the sideline.
He's down there in front of us.
Okay. I thought he might have an ankle problem, but he's standing up. He's also taking pressure off his left ankle, it looks like. There's a blitz by Gloucester. There's a pump fake. Gloucester defender is with him. Oh, a nice throw that time as the receiver came clear late, but there was good coverage over there. It had to be a perfect pass.
Reed had pretty good coverage on him. Forced Petrus to throw it a little bit further out than he probably wanted to.
Kiley with excellent speed at the end of that and went all out, but just a little bit too far.
This is a big defensive play for the Fishermen. It's third and about a long 5.5 maybe. And with the ball on the Swampscott 40, obviously if Gloucester can hold him here, they would force him into punting away.
Watch the draw play.
Fakes the draw.
And he's got a man open on the sideline, but ooh, the guy didn't even extend his arms that time. That was Pratt. That was a bizarre-looking play. Okay. He's got a touchdown pass on a play where the Gloucester defender didn't look for the ball, and he's got one perfect touchdown pass when the guy beat the coverage, but he's thrown some bad passes here tonight, JD.
But the thing is, he keeps on throwing. And
I know.
Later, something can happen. But the big thing is the Gloucester defense holds following the interception, and will force Swampscott to punt it away and give him the ball back.
All right, we're back to the 15. We're saying this guy's going to kick the ball 45 yards. Okay, I got to see it. He kicked it 45 yards, folks.
Guess what, folks?
Okay, I was wrong. Mark that one up. Testaverde with a cutback, and he's going to get ahead about the 20. That was a good punt.
That was a good punt and good downfield coverage by Swampscott.
Okay.
But as I said earlier, it's clear that Gloucester respects the punter's leg because they keep on motioning the deep men back. Well, a couple of times he has kicked a shot. But
obviously, they scouted him last week, and I stand corrected.
Yeah,
and I am standing, as a matter of fact, because it's more fun to stand at the telecast now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, 1:21 to go. We're hit a little lull here. I think everybody wanted something to happen in the last 2 minutes and 21 seconds, and so far the teams have just exchanged punts.
I want nothing bad to happen in this last 1:21.
Handoff is Reed. Reed cuts back. Reed breaks a tackle. Reed gets ahead for about 7.
See if Swampscott elects to use some timeouts.
I don't think they will, because if Gloucester was to get a first down, then Gloucester would start thinking about it. So I think if Gloucester could break something off here, then Gloucester can.
Well, you're in a tie game,
so
you can be content with that at halftime.
Swampscott doesn't want to do Gloucester any favors, but if Gloucester was to break a 10, 15-yard run, then Gloucester would think about going deep. And here's Wall, and Wall breaks some yardage up there.
The 10-yard.
Yeah, he's up to the 39. They're going to renew the downs. They can think about a timeout, and they do. Okay. They needed to get that first down up near the 40, JD, in order to think about attacking.
Well, you had your crystal ball working anyway. Wall got off about a 12-yard run, and they do call a timeout.
Okay.
And at least gives them some options to come over, talk things over. What are we going to do? Don't want to do anything that would give the ball away, obviously. But you got a little latitude to think about things.
Well, we've got 20-20 football game, 46 seconds to go. I think that this could be a good spot to try and go back to that screen pass and see if Testaverde can get 20 yards down the sidelines and maybe get out of bounds.
Just got to be real careful with it. Make sure there's not a white shirt over there.
But even if Gloucester just get a couple more first downs,
then they can throw it into the end zone. Jiggle always got a good arm.
And remember, Gloucester gets the ball back to start the third period. So. First and 10 from the Gloucester 38. We've got 46 showing. We're pretty sure that's accurate because I think the officials would have adjusted the clock during the timeout. Jamie Wall reports to the sideline now, so that may mean Gloucester's going to go with a couple wide receivers. DeMayo is split out to the left.
Double wing.
And it's a handoff, and it's Pizzamente goes ahead for about 7. Another timeout by Gloucester, so they pretended that they were going to throw the ball, and they gave it to the backup fullback, who Pizzamente, who broke 2 runs last week, one for 29 and one a 16-yard touchdown run against Saugus, and that gets them up to the 45. It takes all of 39 seconds. They probably only have 1 timeout left now because of the 2 they had to waste on defense, JD, according to our always accurate timeout count.
Our extensive staff is on top of all of the stats.
We don't have room for any spotters here tonight. There's too many people from newspaper visits everywhere. All right, ball at the 45-yard line. Gloucester has some options here. They just showed a run when Swamps was probably expecting a pass, but if they can break off something in the 15 to 20-yard area, then they can throw to the end zone a couple times perhaps. And Giccolone did get one picked off, but he has the arm strength to, if Gloucester gets inside the 40, he can comfortably reach the end zone.
Now let's see if they do want to show that screen pass again.
And if they do the pop pass to Sullivan, that the clock would be stopped by anything over a 3-yard gain.
Testaverde had a wing spot over on this side. He goes
in
in motion this way.
He may be in the pattern. Okay, it's a flanker screen. Reed has the ball, and Reed's not going to get a first down. That was very slow developing.
Yeah, good job by Swampscott. Reed cut up into the towards the middle of the field, looking for some running room. Testaverde motions this way, goes downfield, tries to draw a Swampscott defender with him. Doesn't happen.
Going to do a hurry up here with 19 and counting. Oh, all right, he's going to spike it. Now it's 4th down. Explain that one to me, folks, because I don't know why he did it.
Well, Paul Ingram knows what he's doing, and obviously he told him to spike it. So.
Okay, 9 seconds left. It is 4th down. They can change that on the clock.
Gloucester a little bit of a dilemma here.
I have no idea about that play.
They don't want to give the ball to Swampscott.
Well, they do want to change the possession. So they would behoove them to get a first down here. Or they can throw one up, and by the time it comes down, 9 seconds should be up. Otherwise, Beatrice gets a chance to go to the other end zone. It's a handoff. Testaverde gets to the outside, he's got the first down.
Out of bounds.
Okay, now Gloucester can heave one. Okay, that worked out. I don't know if Ciccolone can get it there from 48 yards, especially since he's going to be 5 to 6 to 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The official's time is on the field. The clock here is run down. Testaverde clearly got out of bounds and stopped the clock.
Oh, no, I think there's about 3-4 seconds left. They just let the clock run out.
And this might be the time for the screen pass. Now Testaverde comes out.
All right. Well, the key in this sequence was when the flanker screen only went for a yard. That cost Gloucester a chance
Gloucester sends 3 wide outs to the far side.
He's going to put it up.
Strong throw.
It's going to get picked off.
Not dead until he's tackled. He's got some room. A lot of maroon shirts. Their wall gets him.
Okay, folks, halftime. Very interesting. First 11 and then 9. Very interesting first 20 minutes. The last 2 minutes, kind of bizarre. Anyway, it's 20-20. We'll be back here for the second half in just a second.
Many thanks to Cape Ann Savings Bank, Ciccolone Construction, Sports Zone, Glover's Floor Coverings, for helping bring this sports program to you.
Welcome back to second half action at Newell Stadium. We got a corker for you here tonight, folks. 20-20 Gloucester. The Fishermen have never been out of the lead. They've had a 7-6 lead. They've had a 13-6 lead. They had Swampscott tie them up 13-13. They went ahead 20-13, and then Swampscott came back again. We had points in flurries, 2 touchdowns in the first minute of the game, 3 touchdowns in a minute and 17 seconds. At the start, after 2 minutes into the second quarter, and then Swampscott tied it up about with 2:13 left in the first half on a wide open play after a 4th down conversion that we questioned whether they were in motion, JD. Although, actually, the referees are doing a pretty good job here tonight.
Oh, yeah. And maybe y'all seeing things, but it definitely looked like some movement just
Right.
nanosecond before the snap. No call. They convert. And but, hey, on the whole, a little controversy on that fair catch play, but from up here, we certainly saw it.
And they might have missed a defensive penalty against Gloucester on a pass play that could have gone for interference. So it's pretty even out there, although, of course, the fourth down conversion was followed by the tying touchdown. A lot of people played well in the first half for the Fishermen. Tyler Testaverde with a 78-yard kickoff return, 65 yards rushing. The offensive stats just about even. The interesting thing is the passing is just about even. 58 yards for Beatrice, although just about all of that yardage came on his 2 touchdown completions, and he's had a couple of things go for losses on flanker screens. He's only 5 out of 15. Vito Giacalone not throwing deep that often, did have one picked off early in the half, and then he had one picked off in the last play of the half, which really was just
threw it into a crowd. Got it down as far as he could.
He's 6 out of 10 for 58 yards, and of course the big runner Stone for them has 106 yards, but 2 of those, a 145-yard run and 131-yard run, and he has not done much since the 45-yard run, including he's been thrown for a loss a couple times.
No, Gloucester definitely keying on him defensively.
Gloucester receives the second half kickoff. I believe Swampscott has what wind there is at their back. The kicker is Pratt this time. It's a punch low. O'Connor handles it, and he's going to go right down.
Smart
At
play.
the 29-yard line, he's not going to take any chances. Again, he is the offensive tackle on one side, along with Stropel, 52. The interior of the line now is Greg Kendall at one guard, and Jeremiah Leckleiter is at the other, 57. Kendall is 58, and 55, Liam Kelleher is the center. Kelleher leads them out. The tight end is Chris Sullivan. DeMeo is split out slightly to the left, not as tight as he's always lined up in the first half. Here's a handoff for Wall.
Nowhere.
And he's going to be thrown for a loss, I believe. And Swampscott was geared up for the fullback trap on the first play from scrimmage and give him about a half-yard loss. Well, they're going to give him the 29-yard line, so call it 2nd and 10. Giacalone is the senior quarterback, his second start of the season. He also started last year against Salem. He has the ability to throw the ball deep. He connected on a 48 and a 46-yard touchdown pass against Salem last year, and both of those balls were in the air for about 40 yards. DeMaio right this time. Reed in motion from the wingback. Pitches to Testaverde. Testaverde has a hole, and he'll get ahead for about 4.
Good defensive play.
Ryan Mahoney there, and also Kane, number 33.
Kane, good job. He was blocked. He got himself free of the block, and looked like Testaverde had a little room out here. But it is a gain of 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, the original
Gloucester
line
looking at a third down conversion. We wanted to see Gloucester take this opening of the second half kickoff and do something with it.
3rd and 6. And rolling is Giacalone. He's got a man in the flat. Oh, that was not a good throw. He short-armed it to a Wall, and also looked like he might have had Reed out in the further in the flat, JD, but he went for the short pass. And
that's a tough throw to make for a right-hander rolling to his left. No chance whatsoever to get set. He underthrows Wall, and Gloucester's forced to punt it away.
Well, the first minute of the second half was not quite as exciting as the first minute of the first half.
You won't see too many first minutes of any games like we saw here this evening.
Yeah, we had bang, 2 touchdowns in the first minute of the first half. And there's a low snap handled by La Traverse. This is a low kick, and it hits the Swampscott player, I believe. It's
Pick it up!
Pick it up! Pick it up!
Pick it up!
It hit the Swampscott player, I think. Okay, they're not going to call it, but
no.
I thought it might have hit him in the heel.
Well, the Swampscott kid, if it did hit him, did a good job of acting.
All right, and Ray Gloucester got a decent roll on the ball. Not the longest of punts, but 26 yards. Swampscott has basically started from around the 40 or closer most of the evening, JD. Their own 40. Sometimes.
Josh Ryan into the game for the Fishermen as a down lineman.
Hunter and O'Connor continue at defensive end. 2 linebackers in, and this is the draw play, and it's nowhere. La Traverse there, 41, and Ryan in on the play, just mentioned by my partner. And that's going to be about maybe a half-yard loss. Well, they're going to mark it right on the 40.
Well, Swampscott was ready for Gloucester's first play from scrimmage of the second half, and Gloucester was ready for Swampscott's first play from scrimmage of the second half.
Now Stropel checks out, and they go with 6 defensive backs again. And this is a pop pass over the middle, and it's defended nicely by Keating, and that was intended for Kane. Kane is not that big.
Keating right with him, step for step.
3rd down and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Now Swampscott with a big 3rd down play.
Testaverde over to the right side on defense. This is a pump fake.
Pump.
And he's going to make it. And it's knocked down by Reed once again. Closing speed by Reed. Excellent play. And Reed has been staying with Kylie the whole night. And you haven't heard us mention Kylie's name that much.
And Reed step for step with him. Beat just gives it a little bit of pump. Reed doesn't go for it. Reaches back, knocks it down. Great defensive play. And now Swampscott's going to have to punt it away.
And now we know that Pratt has the leg to force the fishermen to go back inside the 20.
And that's where they're going.
4th and 11. No problem with the snap. This kick is a line drive, and it's going to be handled nicely by Testaverde. He's going to come back right. He's going to make a man miss, and he's going to go down.
Now, Swampscott's got good downfield coverage again.
And that was one of the captains, I believe, Eric Fields. He's a special teams guy and a linebacker, number 8. The other captains for Swampscott are Beatrice, of course, and the quarterback, and Christopher Kane, who we mentioned several times.
Now, Testaverde wanted to come right with that, but Swampscott had the lanes covered, stayed in the lanes, and Testaverde with not that much running room.
Testaverde is the one tri-captain playing for Gloucester tonight. The other acting captains tonight, once again, were O'Connor and Stropel, the 2 starting tackles. And, of course, they play defense also. 1st and 10 for the fishermen at the 23. Oh,
Long
there's a
count.
movement, and it's Reed on the carry. Reed gets to the outside. Reed has some speed. He's going to get ahead for a 1st down. And he'll get up to about the 34-yard line. And that play was better blocked, and Reed also, everything about that play was better than the first time they ran it, JD.
They do move the chain, 1st down. Ball up to the 34.
(20-20) game. 8:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Both teams have already had a possession in the 3rd quarter, and they punted, but Gloucester gets the initial 1st down of the 2nd half. Long count. Handoff is to Reed right, and he'll get ahead for about 6. Jack Reed goes basically from playing an outside linebacker spot, JD, to going both ways at wingback and cornerback, covering the toughest guy on the field to cover.
So he's a busy young man.
He's having a solid game here tonight, and he's also back returning kicks. But he's a good athlete, as they say, and making a contribution. Ciccolone brings him up, tight formation. DeMeo out to the right, just slightly. Oh, the ball is loose, and he just gets back up, and he'll lose a yard on the play. And that hasn't happened very much the last 2 weeks. The ball handling has been pretty good. They put it on the ground a couple times against Saugus, which wasn't a terrible thing in a 42-12 game. But now this puts them in a 3rd down and about a long 5.
See if they go back to that Sullivan pop pass.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. It looks like they might have a man keying on Sullivan, though. Reed in motion. Pitch play.
Pitch. Testaverde's
got the 1st down and more. He gets ahead to about the 47-yard line, although the referee's going to put him down at the 46. But that's more than enough for the first down, and I think that was a good cut. That might have been designed to go a little bit more wide, but he cut it up and made sure of the first down, J.D.
Now, Testaverde does a good job of knowing where his blockers are. Took advantage there. And again, you got to like the call. It's a gutsy one, a pitch play. Quarterback seeing his first sustained action in the biggest game of the year, and you come with a pitch and you get the first down.
They check in Pizzamenti at fullback for Wall. First and 10 Fisherman at the 46. Pizzamenti gets ahead for about 3.
Couple of hard ones.
Gloucester would like nothing more than to run about 6 minutes off the clock and wind up in the end zone, J.D. And we'd like nothing more than that.
We'll go with that.
Give it a 3-yard gain to the 49 for Pizzamenti. If anything, a few more people wandered into this place. The stands across the way seem totally full.
Than we started with.
Maybe they heard it on the radio and decided to come on down. Handoff is Reed. Reed cuts behind his blocker.
Nice cut.
And he's going to get ahead close to a first down.
Lacklider
about a yard short.
With a good kickout block, the sophomore. Reed may have even slipped just a little bit when he made the cut.
Can't say enough about these kids filling in the offensive line for Gloucester at the 2-guard and center spots. Doing very well here tonight. And, well, that doesn't mean that all the Fishermen aren't doing well, but it's a tough deal. There's Wall for the first down. I believe he's close. It may be.
See where they get the spot.
Okay.
It's going to be close enough for measurement, I believe. Maybe not even necessary for measurement.
Okay, this looks like a good spot, J.D. It's going to be close. It's going to be definitely, if it isn't, I think you're going to see a quarterback sneak. Okay, now we're not that happy with the new measurement. All right, with the new mark. They moved it a little, didn't they?
Yeah.
It
must have been a right-footed spot. He came from the far side. He had the spot. He brought the ball in with him.
I thought he was going to give it to us at about the 44, and all of a sudden. Okay, well, 4:50 to go. Time for a measurement. We may get to see exactly how Vito Giacalone feels about the quarterback sneak in a second. It is short.
Short by a matter of inches.
But there's no doubt about it. So those 3 gentlemen I just mentioned who are filling in are maybe in store for a little, see if they can give some push to this play. Liam Kelleher is the starting center tonight. Jeremiah Licklider is in there. And now Carl White lost the Fisherman, and Kendall is in. Greg Kendall is in at left guard. We believe that White probably has a concussion. 4th and inches. It is the sneak.
He got it.
Got it by plenty. They stood him up a little bit, but he kept going, J.D.
He picked the spot over the left side. Felt a little crease there. And actually comes back a little bit to the right. Clearly gets the first down. No need for a measurement.
And the Fisherman got
good surge by that Gloucester offensive line.
Got a good surge. And we're under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We still got a 20-20 game.
Kelleher must have done a real good job of firing out there because Giacalone had a little maneuvering room and he took advantage.
Now we got the tight formation. We got the fans getting into the game. We got Testaverde right. And he fights for some hard yardage. And he's going to be marked inside the 40. And we've got a pretty solid commitment to the run at this point in time, J.D.
Well, understandably so. Want to keep the clock moving. We have seen the potency of this Swampscott offense. As we said earlier, don't give them the ball and they can't do anything with it.
2nd and 6 inside the Swampscott 40. This is the inside reverse. It did not work.
They got that one.
They've been looking for it. It hasn't been working. It didn't work well against Saugus. And that's going to be a 4-yard loss. We're going to be looking at 3rd and 10.
Jakomokovic, if that was 79 for Swampscott, he was just sitting there waiting for that to come his way, and it did. So now brings up a 3rd and about 11.
Yeah, they marked it even further back. It is about a 5-yard loss. Giacalone Looks for Reed on the sideline. Now he's going to run.
Got some room. Needs a block. He got it.
He's going to be close. It's going to be close enough to go for it, J.D. Little hurdle job by the quarterback.
It is 4th down, but inside the 35.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1 again, but I don't know if it's it. I think they're going to have to. I don't think they can go with the quarterback sneak here.
Gloucester wants to call a timeout.
It's a good idea. 2:49 to go in the third quarter. This could wind up being the biggest play of the game.
Well, certainly the biggest play of the game thus far. Gloucester with a good sustained march, needs to keep it going. Paul Ingram, Terry Silva, Rocky Silva.
No
Rocky
scoring thus far in our third period. This is, as we said, the 2 quick punts. Neither team got a first down at the start of the third period. Now Gloucester on pretty much a sustained drive. They're running the clock down to get it right because this is a timeout. So we're getting some more time run off the clock now, JD. And they show 2:41 now. And every second they run off the clock is probably a good one for Gloucester. 4th and 1 inside the 35-yard line.
Swampscott fans on the other side calling for their defense to make a stand, and the Gloucester fans on this side are on their feet.
See if they go on a short count. They do. Wall has got room to the outside.
Okay. He lunges with the ball.
Kane with the tackle saved a touchdown, perhaps. No, they've got the first down.
Wall shaking up a little bit. Comes off limping.
1st and 10 for the Fishermen at the 31. They'll reset the markers, and now they'll start the clock again. Somehow that play took 1 second. I was very impressed with that. Liam Kelleher leads them out.
Pizzamenti at fullback as Wall came off limping a little bit. Testaverde with the count. Oh, that was a saving tackle.
And that was by 46 for Swampscott, I believe. And that was Brandon Hughes.
And he just got enough of Testaverde to slow him down because there was a whole lot of green between Testaverde and the end zone.
2nd and 1 for the Fishermen. So they've been getting some yardage on first down. They did have the one wingback reverse play that went for nothing and went for a 5-yard loss. But other than that, they've been getting positive yardage.
Wall looks like he's okay. He's back on the sideline.
Second and 1. Long count. And there's Pizzamenti ahead for a first down. And the Fishermen are grinding it out. They started at the 23-yard line. They got a first down on an 11-yard run by Reed on the get-go, and they've been getting the yardage pretty solid, but they also converted twice on 4th down.
Swampscott bringing a little beef into the defensive line.
1st and 10, we're going to call it the 18-yard line. Testaverde right, Testaverde behind a block by Reed, and also by Kendall. Gets down inside the 10, I believe, or right at the 10. An impressive march by the Fishermen, JD, and we're going to be under a minute on the next play.
That we like. But this is definitely going to end up in the end zone. You don't want this drive to go for naught.
Testaverde, he's going to go in for the touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the night from 10 yards out with 44 seconds. Good blocking and a good running by Testaverde.
Good piece of ball handling by Gigaloni, too, as they show Pizzamenti going into the middle of the line, freezes the defense just a little bit. Testaverde gets it outside, and Gloucester completes a beautiful, beautiful drive.
Gigaloni didn't throw a pass in that drive, JD, but his contribution to that drive was just as big with his ball handling, his 9-yard run on the 3rd down play, his sneak, and just overall the way he ran the team. That was a great 77-yard drive.
You can't say enough about the offensive line, what they did on that drive either.
I believe it was more than 8 minutes because those first 2 possessions of the quarter were pretty quick.
is a big conversion.
Big kick
wants
here.
to get it back up to 7.
Keating's 2 out of 3. This kick is going to
No
go
good.
left. All right.
Okay, that's hopefully won't come back to haunt him. But the main thing is a nice, long, sustained drive results in a Gloucester touchdown.
And the Fishermen on top. I may have said earlier, by the way, that they never trailed the game. They actually did trail 6-0 because Swampscott scored first.
Right.
What I meant to say is that they never trailed for more than just the length of the time it took to run the kickoff back, and also the fact that Swampscott has never had the lead with the ball, which is always a crucial thing in a high-scoring game. 26-20, Leo LaTraverse will boot it off for the Fishermen. Swampscott can score from any point on the field. Okay, and our friend from the Gloucester Times, Steve Maniaci, tells us that drive was 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Here's a good kick to Kiley, and he handles it. He'll come right up the middle, and he's going to get over the 35-yard line. It seems like the ball almost hit some kind of air pocket.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
The wind is blowing a little bit more. The wind may have knocked it down. The wind coming from our back, we can't feel it as much. It's northwest. It is cold, not too cold for football, obviously, as we can see the action has been hot on the field.
Which, of course, means that Beasters would be throwing into the wind for the fourth quarter after the next 35 seconds. We might want to see if they want to take advantage of that wind just for the next couple plays with 35 seconds to go.
Spread formation as usual.
From the shotgun with the single back, 2 receivers either side.
Lots
Blitz by the Fishermen.
They pick up the blitz.
Got a man on the sideline. Testaverde is there. And good closing speed by Testaverde, and although the blitz did not get to him, it bothered his concentration, JD, and when he stepped up, the pass was a little bit too far for Kiley. Not Kiley, but Blydell, sorry.
But Testaverde with him step a step. But Gloucester came with a pretty full all-out blitz.
Second down and 10. They're going to go with 2 linebackers here. There's a little confusion.
A little confusion, to say the least.
Timeout. They're going to have to do it.
Yeah, they better call time.
They've got to get that down. They've got to make the decision on linebackers versus defensive backs there. They've been effective stopping the running game since the 45-yard touchdown run because they've been employing 2 linebackers, Stropel and LaTraverse. But then when it looks like it's an expected pass play, especially when they stop them on a 1st and 10, they're trying to go back to the 6 defensive backs, and they're not quite sure of the substitution pattern. The scheme itself has been effective since they've instituted the 2 linebackers. Again, Testaverde's over on the right side. He played a little safety towards the end of the half, but I think that was just preventive situation just to make sure that his speed was back there in case they broke anything in the last minute. You've got Reed over on the right, and he's almost exclusively over on the left corner, and he's almost exclusively been covering Kiley. I'm surprised that Swampscott hasn't put Kiley in motion or done something to get him away from Reed, or We've got Rosa over there covering the slot man. We've got Pizzamente back there as a defensive back / linebacker. His normal position is linebacker, but he has the speed to play defensive back. Ishai King covering the slot man on the near side. Pizzamente shows blitz. They get the run, and they'll take him down after a gain of about 4. Nate Hunter was in there, and Jamie Wall was there. He gets off at the bottom.
The blitz actually overran the play a little bit, but because they had so many coming, they pretty much filled up the gaps. 3rd
down and about 6. If Swampscott gets part of this, they might think about it on 4th down.
End of the period.
All right, that's the end of the quarter, and they'll be going into the wind, and the hometown fans are excited. The Fishermen win the third period, definitely, J.D., and we got a 26-20 Gloucester lead going into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Newell Stadium, and there's no place I'd rather be right now. This is an exciting high school football game. Great effort here by the Fishermen. Swampscott playing well. I don't think we're seeing Kyle Beatrice quite at his best, and I hope we don't see him quite at his best for 11 more minutes.
If he can keep it up for one more period and not being his best, we'll go for that.
We play 11-minute quarters. Swampscott got a big third down. We've been so excited about this game that we've been remiss, and we haven't mentioned the people who support these telecasts, and that's Giacalone Construction, the Sports Zone, Cape Ann Savings Bank, and Glover's Floor Covering. Again, we usually mention them in both halves. We're mentioning them at the start of the fourth quarter. We're excited for this tonight's game, and we thank them for their support. Third down and 6 yards. Big play to start the fourth period. Pizzamenti blitzes again.
Beatrice
steps up, and he's got a man. I think it bounced. They're calling it a catch.
He calls it a catch.
Okay.
He's back to us, so we can't see it.
We couldn't tell for sure.
It is the official from the far side who comes in and makes the call. He was very adamant about it.
Fans are happy. Great catch by Kylie, breaking on the inside. That's the first thing that Reed's given up to him basically tonight, except for a flanker screen that hasn't gone for much. So it is first down at the Gloucester 48. Impossible for us to tell. We think it might have been a good catch. He got his hands under it. Clock moving again after the first down. We got another blitz situation. Picked up. Now on the sideline. Reed, that's it! Reed picks it off. He's right there.
What a defensive play by
Reed. Outstanding play. Outstanding performance here tonight. You need your athletes to make the plays, J.D.
They came with the blitz again. They've been blitzing the heck out of them for this half particularly. Boston Beatrice maybe a little bit quicker on the throw than he wanted it to be. Reed had beautiful, beautiful position and comes up with a huge interception.
Gloucester will have the ball at the 30, and boy, do they want to get some first downs now.
Let's see another sustained march like we just saw in that third period.
Tremendous athletic play by Reed along the sideline. Reed in motion, pitch play. Testaverde gets to the outside. He's going to go. They're going to haul him down from behind. It's a big first down, and he's going to hit up to about a 27-yard gain.
He got slowed down just a little bit when he got into the secondary. Pratt was able to get a little bit of an angle. Testaverde, not the biggest kid out there. Pratt gets a hand on him, able to haul him down, but nice pitch play. Again, that's a gutsy call.
He had 87 yards in the first half, including the 65-yard touchdown run. Of course, he had 78 all-purpose yards on the kickoff return, and I'm sure he's up to close to the 150 mark after that 28-yard run to the Swampscott 42.
Clock moving.
Yes, they reset the chains, and it will be about the first minute of the quarter will be gone when this play goes off. Here's a pitch play left. Testaverde gets good blocking.
Oh, what blocking! Oh.
Some really good blocks in there. DeMaio with a good block. Reed with a good block.
Stropel
on the pull. Leckleiter over there.
Leckleiter also.
I mean, they forced him back, J.D.
That's as good a blocking as you're going to get on a 6-yard run.
I'm telling you, yeah, definitely. I thought it was going to be a no gain, and all of a sudden it was 6 yards, and it was the blocking.
They just got the Swampscott defense back on their heels. Testaverde read it nicely, but 4 maroon jerseys. Beautiful, beautiful blocking.
9:31 and counting. 2nd and 4. Wall, first down. Taking him with him.
Stands a few people up.
Oh, yeah. First down at the 30-yard line. Move those chains, boys. 26-20 Fishermen.
Ball resting right on the 30.
Handoff.
Testaverde.
Testaverde right, and he's going to get yardage, and he's going to go for about 8. That was a bit of a slow developing play, but the blocking was out there. He just had to run wide that time.
Right. Swampscott strings it out a little bit.
The handoff was not the smoothest. but it got done.
Kendall out there to throw a block. 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3. And now Swampscott wants a timeout.
Defensive timeout.
And,
How often have we seen this through the years?
Swampscott is realizing that this Gloucester team is just coming at him and coming at him and coming at him.
Yeah.
And Swampscott definitely a little bit back on their heels.
Well, that long drive energized this crowd and energized this team, J.D. And what can you say about Jack Reed's performance so far here tonight? Just tremendous. This is a guy who's got 10 touchdown passes, 40 catches. And he finally burns him for what we think was a good catch along the ground. And on the very next play, they send him deep, and Reed is right there all over him.
Now, a lot of stories are unfolding here, but we still got 8:36 in regulation unofficially. And remember, there would be an overtime situation if this were to end up in a tie. We're hoping we don't have to go into all those particulars.
I don't want to go into that.
No.
8:36 to go, 26-20 Fishermen. It was 20-20 at the half. I hesitate to say that it's been all Fishermen in the second half, but it's been mostly Fishermen in the second half. And we want to see him finish off this drive. It's a very promising drive now. Started with a 28-yard run by Testaverde. Most recently, he had a 7-yard run to set up a 2nd and 3 just outside the 23-yard line. Liam Kelleher leads him out. Been running out of the tight formation just about all night. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be a first down for Wall and more, and I mean more.
Bowles his way for a few extra yards.
Down to the 16-yard line. First down, Fisherman. Give him 7 on that carry. So back-to-back 7-yard runs after the first down at the 30 by Testaverde and then Wall. Handoff is left to Testaverde.
Testaverde with a
outside. He's going to get inside the 10. Boy, Strophel lined up with a big gap on the right. You almost knew that play was going to come to the left because, but it worked out.
The sophomore Kendall again out in front on the blocking. Under 8 minutes unofficially. Ball inside the 10. 2nd and 3, Bob Drowan?
2nd and 4, I'm going to call it.
Okay.
They need to get to about the 6, and it's just inside the 10. Long 3.
Wall with a hole.
To the right. He's going to be close to the first down. Now they force him back a little bit, probably to about the 7. That hole closed pretty quickly.
It's okay. We'll take an extra down or two as long as this ends up in a touchdown because the clock is definitely still moving. 3rd and 1.
Going to be under 7 minutes when this play goes. Now a little confusion here as Ciccolone has time to check with the coaches. And we've got the clock stopped now. So are they charged with a timeout? Okay, it is going to be a timeout. I'm not sure if they wanted to signal or the referee just thought they were calling timeout.
DeMaio limping a little bit as he comes over to the sideline.
Fishermen want to finish off this drive very badly. It's 3rd and 1. They've converted twice on 4th down, both on their last drive that got them the 26-20 lead. Once again, I'm Bob Drowan along with J.D. McEachran. And Bob McGlinchey's, the chili went up on the roof. But it's pretty chilly in here, except we got some energy going here in the
enjoying
press box
up there, I'm sure.
Bob enjoys these kind of games. 3rd and 1. Wall. And he's inside the 5.
First down.
First down for Gloucester indeed. Sideline is alive. Of course, the fans in front of us are alive. These last 2 drives, Gloucester football at its best, I have to say, J.D., sticking it on the ground and just getting the line surge done and hard running.
Now, confidence in this offensive line, which they've had to put a whole lot of it together this week, and so far they've done a splendid job.
The fans want to score on 4th down, but I'd like to just get it in. Any way, shape, or form. 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff is left to Testaverde. Testaverde's going to go down with no gain there. So those who wanted to see the clock run got their wish. But those who wanted a lot of yardage gain, not much. No, they're marking it right at the 5.
At the 5 is right.
That one got stuffed, J.D. And once again, 79 with the tough name was right there. He's a big kid too, Yamakchuk.
Yeah, they moved him around a little bit defensively. He is a big boy.
I'm sorry, Yamakevich, Mark Yamakevich. All right, 2nd and goal at the 5. Man in motion. Testaverde left. Kendall's right there with another block. Testaverde gets into the end zone again. That's 4 touchdowns for the tri-captain.
I got to think it was Sullivan that might have sprung him on the corner, the tight end on that side.
32-20, lost the lead. I got to think they go for 2 here, J.D.
Yeah, I think that's what the little chart tells you.
I don't think they want to be ahead by 13. I think they want to be either 12 or 14. So they go for 2.
Well, the most important thing is it's a 2-score margin regardless of whether they convert it or not, and you're going to be under 6 minutes when Swampscott gets the ball back.
5:58 the clock shows, and the good thing is that no matter what Swampscott does, if Gloucester can protect the ball on their next possession and run off some first downs, this one can be history. They go for 2. Reed in motion. Pitch play. Testaverde cuts it back. He's not going to get there.
Shot. Pitch was a little bit behind him, forced him to turn back to it a little bit. But in the last couple of minutes, that's the only thing that hasn't gone the Fisherman's way.
It's hindsight, but if he fakes that pitch and just keeps it and rolls to the left, there's nobody there. That pursuit was all going the other way. But that's definitely hindsight. But there's no hindsight about this, J.D. Gloucester's ahead by 2 scores, 32-20.
But as we know, Swampscott can score and score very, very quickly. So Gloucester's got to, if they are going to score, Swampscott that is, Gloucester's got to make them earn it and then see what they can do about chewing up.
Gloucester got the ball back. Gloucester got the ball back right at the end of the 3rd period, so that drive was over 5 minutes, JD. So that's a 7:47 drive and a more than 6-minute drive. Time of possession in the second half? Fisherman.
All Fishermen. And again,
didn't you say at the start of the game that Swampscott can't score when they don't have the ball? I remember that.
But as you said, Bob Drowan, just classic Gloucester football, just pound it at you, pound it at you, and pound it at you.
Yep.
Strong
Good kick inside the 10. Coverage looks a little better this time, and a nice hit there by number 33 for Gloucester.
That's Tony Testaverde.
Tony Testaverde, right, the backup running back, and who's been on the kickoff team most of the year. Testaverde with the hit.
Somebody near and dear to him pointed out that we might have missed him a couple times on tackles last week. He saw sustained action against Saugus, and that was just a nice downfield play by Testaverde.
That's about their worst field position of the night at the 25-yard line, J.D. Folks, we're going to see some balls in the air. They may try an occasional draw play, but 5:49 to go, 32-20 Gloucester. Fake, looking deep along the sideline.
They got a receiver.
Oh, he can't hold on to it. Whew. And that was Blydell again. I keep wanting to call Blydell Kiley for some reason, but Blydell is 1, Kiley is 6. And Kiley is the guy that's basically had Reed in his shirt all night. Blydell's had a little bit more success. And that one, he put some air under it. It wouldn't have gone for a touchdown, obviously, because he had to dive, but it fell harmlessly onto the ground. Second down and 10 for Swampscott. This might even be 4-down territory, JD. They got nothing to lose. There's the draw.
There's a draw. Oh, boy.
Nowhere.
Were they knowing that one was
Strope
coming?
a wall there. Ishai King there. Pizzamenti was there. That one didn't work. They go into the no huddle. They're trying to line up as fast as possible. No, Beatrice is on the side there. 3rd down and 11. they don't want to be foolish if they're. I don't know if they go for a 4th down and 11 from the 24.
No, they're going to have to get something.
I think if they get part of this, they might think about it. There's the fake. He's looking deep over the fence. He's got a man on short, and it's incomplete. Rosa got there.
Rosa, I think got a hand on that. Good coverage.
Good job by Rosa. A better pass would have been a reception, but they're going to go for on 4th down, I think, JD. I think they are.
I think you're right, Bob Drowan. It's the clock says 5:22. The scoreboard says a 12-point deficit.
And this could be it, because if Gloucester can stop them here, 25 yards we can do, I think. But Swampscott's got nothing to lose. This is the game for them. They have to assume that Gloucester can win out. The crowd is chanting defense in case you can't hear it. Beatrice with a long count. Looking left sideline. He's in trouble.
Gets away from it. Got some room.
He got the 1st down. He made it. Give the kid credit. Yep. He made it. It was a last-ditch effort. He's got a 1st down at about the 36-yard line.
They got a hand on him, but they couldn't contain him. Gets out here to the right. Sees that he's got a little room.
The fishermen are frustrated, but it took Swampscott over a minute to get 11 yards, or almost a minute to get 11 yards. The clock will start again because he went down in bounds. That could have just about done it if the Gloucester stopped him there, but they just got to hang tough. John DeCastro's back in the game now.
Still limping a little bit.
6 defensive backs. La Traversa sole linebacker. There's a...
Oh!
The other way. Reed was right
one
there.
hand on it. Oh, did
Knocked
he read
it down,
that?
and he would have been going the other way.
Reed read it.
Okay, he read the little quick slant.
Oh!
I'm not even going to call that a flanker screen because there's no screen set up. He's just supposed to take it and go, and it hasn't been working tonight for Mr. Kiley.
No, Jack Reed almost put this game out of reach.
2nd and 10.
King shaking up down below us.
Gloucester certainly is slowing them down, folks. Look for a blitz here. Nope. Now Pizzamenti comes on a late blitz. Reed is right there
Reed
again. He's got it again. Right there again. Yes, sir. I wonder who the player to get. Well, Testamuri's got 4 touchdowns, but
Pizzamenti comes late. Forces Reed.
Yeah.
Forces Beatrice. Reed again was
all
excellent
over.
coverage.
Just
excellent coverage. And actually, the receiver grabs a hold of his back a little bit.
Might have. Outstanding. Okay, 4:44 to go. I think we're going to run the ball, JD. I'm just guessing here. We're right at the 40-yard line, folks, and a couple of 1st downs.
Suddenly it doesn't feel as cold as it did a few minutes ago.
We're the favorites to move on to postseason play once again. Hand off over to Reed. He's going to cut back. He's going to get ahead for about
he hasn't done anything in the last couple of minutes.
Right.
Let's let him carry the ball.
Let's let him carry the ball. I think Swampscott's going to have to use the timeouts now.
Use the timeouts. Reed comes up, a little bit of a Charlie horse. A little bit of a hamstring. He's trying to walk it off.
The clock is still running, but they call timeout. Didn't they call timeout? I thought, okay. All right. Now they call timeout. I think they lost 11 seconds or they've got it down there on the field. There are a lot of things.
Reed comes off limping a little bit. I'm hoping there's just a little grab up at top of the hamstring.
All right. Wall's at fullback. Pizzamenti is at wingback. Wall gets ahead for about. Wall keeps on fighting for about 7. Was the ball exposed there a little bit, or are we all right there?
Yeah, he got spun around when he's trying to fight for that extra yard, and it inadvertently exposed the football.
We got another timeout, but that's a good run. Gets ahead for about 7 while they're going to give him 6 on the mark.
Yeah, get.
All right. The teams come to the sideline now. We've got 4:17 on the clock, which we think is only semi-official because we don't think they called the first time out fast enough. We've got a 32-20 game. Both teams meeting at the sidelines.
Big third down play for Gloucester.
I'd go with the old fullback trap one more time. We're having the never-ending debate about how many timeouts there actually are in high school football. It's somewhere between 1 and 411, but we're not quite sure.
Swampscott over on the defensive side, trying to see how Reed is doing. He's shaking it off. I think it was just a little bit of a grab. Gloucester wants to convert this down, but they want to be conservative with the football. Reed is out there.
Once again, 4:17 left according to the clock, which we consider slightly unofficial because we don't know if the scoreboard reacted to the first timeout that Swampscott had after first down. We do know that on first down for the Fishermen right here would be a very good thing. Testaverde right, and he's got some room, and he cuts back to the first down. He got it.
Over midfield. That's what he had to do. That's what he did.
Sullivan with a good block out there from the tight end spot. Lechleiter was out there. I hope we're not overcompensating by trying to mention some of the people that are starting for the first time, JD, and I don't mean to do that because I have nothing but respect for the players that are missing this game. And if Gloucester winds up with a big win out of this game, I just hope that we don't see that the word makeshift put in any of those. Because this was a good effort by kids who play football.
That's right.
They may have had to scramble a little bit because they lost some kids, but there's kids out here playing really good football. First and 10 for Gloucester, under 4 minutes. Here's Wall. Gets to the outside for a couple.
Got it too, but he keeps the clock moving.
Ciccolone has time to come over to the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 47 of Swampscott. And that clock is our friend. It's wonderful to have the clock be your friend. Gloucester trying to milk it as all they can. They want to snap it just about at the end of the time between plays. Testaverde left. Testaverde!
Oh!
He's got through! Close to a first down. Good saving tackle by Ryan
Good
Mahoney.
spot. Okay, should be real close to the first down.
Real close to a first down. It is a first down. Okay. I think they marked him on the bounce, JD.
I think they marked him on the bounce, and that's quite all right.
We'll take it. We'll take it. And Testaverde has got to be well up there 175 to 200 yards. Oh, and whatever happened to Alex Stone? Oh, he never saw the ball in the second half, did he? Because Gloucester dominated the second half. By the way, Alex Stone is a good football player. He's coming back next year, so look out for him. Uh-oh, that was a keeper.
Might have been a busted play. Just hang on.
Hold on to the ball. Okay. That was a little bit of a slow whistle, but okay. Whatever happened there wasn't good, but the good thing is
Gloucester calls timeout.
They have to call a timeout with 2:04 left to go. This puts a little crimp in Gloucester perhaps running out the clock, but there's not going to be too much time left on the clock as long as Gloucester holds on to it. And Gloucester's ahead by 12.
Well, something exceptionally bad would have to happen in this next couple of
no, you're not supposed
plays.
to say that.
No, okay.
You're not supposed to, even though our broadcast has come on till Tuesday night, you're not supposed to say that. That's why I only predicted the final score to the guy from the Globe. and a certain friend of mine who decided to listen to the game on radio tonight.
We're going to talk to that guy.
Got to talk to that guy.
Call yourself a
now,
fan.
See, he'll be watching this game right now because he'll be there Tuesday night, or as we speak, he's watching us. Of course, he's also getting psyched up for the Notre Dame BC game. All right, the Fishermen would have lost a 3 on that play, and Swampscott used a timeout. We think they have 2 left. Testaverde right. Good block, good cut. He gets to 4 yards back, 3 or 4 yards back. We've got the 2-minute warning now.
Again, it was Kendall with the block.
And probably a Swampscott timeout. Yeah. All right.
The officials are calling.
So, 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
All right, the clock is still moving when it shouldn't be. All right, now we have the clock moving. Okay, all right, well, we're not sure, but...
Now the
officials are signaling here. Okay. There's wishful thinking going on in the press box here. But the news is all good. Gloucester still got the ball. It's 3rd down and 11. It is 3rd down and 11. There's somewhere less than 2 minutes left, and they're ahead by 12, JD. This is called nothing but good news.
You speak so articulately,
yeah.
Kimasabi.
Oh, I like this one, JD. I like this one a lot.
Oh, heck of a high school football game.
I'm telling you, Swampscott's got a good team. Swampscott's got a good team. Beatrice didn't have one of his best nights, but boy, Jack Reed had one of his best nights.
There's a whole lot of reasons for that.
Yeah. Some game balls to give out here, folks. All right, DeMaio splits way out to the left just to make things interesting, I guess. Reed in motion. Testaverde right. Testaverde's going to get ahead for about 5. Now we'll see if Gloucester wants to punt or whether they want to run a play.
Where are we? Inside the, on the 35.
On the 35.
Swampscott obviously out of timeouts.
Yeah. Just let it run down, take the 5-yard penalty, and pooch kick it?
Yep.
I think. Well, after a 20-20 first half, JD, there are a lot of things I was ready to be standing here at the end of the game and saying Gloucester won. But I wasn't sure I was going to be able to say that with 1:23 to go in the 4th quarter, Swampscott wouldn't score in the second half.
No. If there was a plot to say Swampscott doesn't score in the second half, I wouldn't have participated because you just had to feel that at halftime they had some things to talk about. They get the delay. Gloucester will take the 5-yard. They send out the punting unit, quadrone as you called it.
Latraverse has been fairly effective at angling the kick this year. I'm sure he's going to try and stay away from a run back. Anything that can get Swampscott even a glimmer of a hope.
Latraverse says we need one more on the punting team.
And Stropel comes out. We've got 105. We feel it's pretty official based on the fact that they had some conversations back and forth with the press box after they settled on the 2-minute warning. Swampscott may come after this. They've got only one man deep. And Latraverse angles it to the right. This should be very effective. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. About the 1-foot line.
Oh, yeah. That worked.
Okay. That's kind of a frosted on the cake.
Is there anything that didn't work in the second half?
That's a frosted on the cake.
Is there anything that didn't work in the second half? So, whatever happened coming in tonight, just one big congratulations to a Gloucester High football team that did the job.
No, a lot of adversity, a lot of concerns about things that people shouldn't have been concerned about. In the meantime, the coaching staff shook all that off, put together the team that they had to get out here ready to play some football, and they certainly were.
But this second half, I wasn't ready for this. I knew we could move the ball on the ground, but I didn't think we could stop them totally. They're going to throw deep. Kiley with the catch over the middle. We got flags on the play, I believe. Could have been Gloucester offside.
Yeah, at this point, that's kind of not too relevant.
Well, we still don't want to see us break anything long.
Victory celebration.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to see him break anything long and have even a chance for an onside kick.
Wall comes off.
All right. They do. It was, I believe, Gloucester offside on that play, and it's a first down after a 13-yard completion to Kiley. And Kiley's spent most of his night tackling Jack Reed after interceptions. Now, that's a little bit unkind, but...
They moved the markers. It's first down for Swampscott.
Gloucester, I think, should have a little bit more of a center fielder back there. Leo LaTraverse now is covering the slot man. Okay, there's a little confusion there.
Jumping around there.
They're going for the bomb on the sideline, and the man is wide open, and he's going to
go.
go.
He's fast enough.
He's going to go. That was not good coverage.
They ended up with LaTraverse on him. No flags.
That's what I was afraid of. 34 seconds left to go. That was not a good defensive alignment. That was not. We're going to see an onside kick here, JD.
Well, we're definitely going to see an onside kick.
No, we had nobody playing center field, nobody with an angle on Pratt, and they go 99 yards in 2 plays.
Well, LaTraverse ended up on the receiver. That's just not a matchup that's going to work.
Okay, they're going to come over and take the extra point kick. We've got 32-26 score, and there was some early celebrating going on after that punt, and maybe we were guilty of it too. Kick is up, and the kick's good.
Long kick.
32-27.
Well, stand by.
Stand by. J.D. Curley was the one who latched on to the last onside kick last year, or the most important onside kick last year, as I recall. The linebacker, he's gone, but that was Gloucester 136-28 last year.
The hands team. You're going to get everybody out there that's used to handling the football.
You know what fries me a little bit, though, is nothing against Kyle Beatrice, and he's going to be all scholastic again and everything. But now he gets an extra 99 yards on those plays,
right.
And he was just contained here tonight, just contained. Gets an 86-yard touchdown pass that Gloucester was ill-prepared for, I'm afraid.
Well, we see all the skill position people out there. These, again, are people that are used to handling the football. All they want to do is get their hands on it, fall on it. They don't have to do anything more than that. But so sure Swampscott has worked on their onside kick. See how Swampscott elects to do it, whether they overload one way or another.
Get those hands people up there, folks. Watch out for the little over the...
yeah, they'll probably, if he can, try to bounce it and get it up over that front line. A little bit strong left.
Reed is up on the front line.
They may come back this way.
Pratt's the kicker.
Oh.
The kick is out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Okay. All right.
They'll do it again from the 35. Oh no, don't they have one more chance? Oh, that's it.
No, I think we.
In high school, they only get one chance.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Fine. Works for me.
Whew.
I got this kneel down play.
A little more excitement at the end of it than we wanted, because there was excitement going a little bit Swampscott's way.
There should have been 3 guys along the 40-yard line when they were down on the 1-yard line. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not the coach.
Well, you can see there was just LaTraverse came over and did the best that he could, but he was giving away far too much speed. Beatrice does find the receiver. As you said, he's going to end up with some stats, basically, particularly in the second half.
Well, after we
Gloucester did a superb defensive job.
After we get this kneel down play over with, we're going to go right back to praising a great effort by the Gloucester High football team. That last touchdown just made for a couple nervous moments, but this was a superb effort, especially when they dominated the second half. It's going to look like they outscored them 12-7 in the second half if you take a quick look at the box score tomorrow. But they dominated the second half here after a 20-20 tie. They did it on the ground. Great game by Tyler Testaverde with 4 touchdowns, and a good effort by Ciccolone running the team, and an outstanding performance by Jack Reed. 2 huge interceptions in the second half that just really derailed the Swampscott attack.
Well, we said, at the beginning of the season that Gloucester put together a coaching staff that not too many schools could boast of, with 3 head coaches as part of the staff. And each one of the coaches certainly had a hand in putting this together. The kids still had to execute it, but Terry Silver strengthens line. The line play was excellent by the Fishermen. Defensively, Tom Cato, they started coming with a blitz. They got him disrupted. Reed,
the second interception by Reed definitely got a benefit by that late blitz by Pizzamenti. That helped throw off that play, but Reed was right there for both of his interceptions.
And then Paul Ingram, quiet, conservative guy is his reputation, but he did some things in that first half that opened some things up. They had confidence in the ground game in the second half. 2 sustained drives. Again, an offensive line that was there, ready to do the job when they had to. Defensively, they did some darn nice things. It was one heck of a game, and I think there's been a lot of great games in the history of Gloucester High football. But all things considered, this goes down with any one of them.
Hey, just an outstanding effort out there, and I really can't get over how they came out and just dominated the second half on both sides of the ball. And the only reason maybe I got a little bit too personally involved when they gave up that touchdown at the end, because I predicted Gloucester to win by 12 to a couple people, but I didn't put it on the broadcast because I didn't want to be a curse. And I said 26-14. I was a little bit short on that, but anyway.
Well, Gloucester's put itself back in the driver's seat.
Back in the driver's seat, but they can't take anybody for granted, because Beverly is an improving team, and Danvers is going to be looking for them on Thanksgiving.
Well, we'll never know what happened up in Winthrop. That looked like it was a big setback for the Fishermen. They got a little help from some friends, but tonight they had to help themselves. Right. They did it. I can't say enough about what an absolutely great job I saw done out there tonight.
And once again, they proved that no matter what, the last 7 years or so, the Northeastern Conference title comes through Gloucester in some way, shape, or form. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for J.D. McCackern. I'm Bob Drowan. A great Gloucester victory, 32-27. We'll get Bob McGlinchey down off the roof, our cameraman producer. 32-27 Fishermen, and a dominating effort in the second half in particular. Good night. Good luck. Thank you. Okay.